Hi all. So today I'll teach you a trading strategy with which a few individuals made more than 170 crore rupees in just a few days. Here, they didn't need to know about fundamental analysis. They didn't need to know about technical analysis either. In fact, many of them have never ever taken a single trade in the stock market before this. But still, in just a few days, they were able to make more than 170 crore rupees. And the stock they traded in, I'm sure a lot of you must be knowing about it. Its name is IEX. Indian Energy Exchange. So this week, SEBI has published an in-depth 45-page report on how a few individuals engaged in illegal insider trading to make windfall gains, the gain of their lives, right? More than 170 crore rupees from the stock market. So that's what we're going to discuss in this video. So first, we'll get into what is illegal trading and unlawful, unethical trading practices in India. Then we'll get into how these individuals were able to pull off this insider trading scam and make a profit of 170 crores. It is a detailed report. Then third, we'll study what SEBI is doing about this situation currently and how as retail traders, if and how you can protect yourself is also something we can learn about here. So I'm hoping that it will be a very, very informational video. Make sure you watch till the very end. So if that's the case, what are you waiting for? This is Ajay Ajit. Welcome to Market Feed. So first, let's look at what is illegal insider trading as defined by SEBI. So according to SEBI, under the Prohibition of Insider Trading Regulations 2015 and the SEBI Act of 1992, insider trading is an illegal activity when either of these two things happen. 1. Trading while in possession of unpublished price-sensitive information in securities that are listed in the market. And 2, communication or even procuring of this unpublished price-sensitive information is also illegal. So let's take an imaginary establishment called as Rajesh Supermarkets here. Let's say you're a senior level employee here and you're knowing that Rajesh Supermarkets is soon to be taken over by a huge multinational conglomerate. You know that the price is very likely to increase when this news is coming out into the public. So here you're having some unpublished price sensitive information about the listed company, that is Rajesh Supermarkets. So then if you go ahead and buy certain shares of Rajesh Supermarket before this entire news comes into the public, then you are in violation of this SEBI's Prohibition of Insider Trading regulations, right? It is very clear. You were having some unpublished price sensitive information about a listed company. You decided to trade based on that. Then you, my friend, are doing an illegal activity. So then let's look at few cases of insider trading that have happened in India in the past. Let's take a particular example, which is Aptex case. Here, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala was a promoter of the company and there were certain allegations of insider trading. And even in that situation, the amount that was alleged was just 37 crore rupees. Imagine Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, the giant that he is, even in his case, the insider trading allegation was for 37 crore rupees. So you can understand that these guys are not promoters of any company. These guys who are being accused in the current IEX case are just employees or friends of employees, and they've made more than 173 crore rupees. Imagine the scale of this insider trading operation. There have been many other cases also with 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 50 lakhs of gains being made, but I think this is going to be one of India's largest cases in this regard. So let's get into who these individuals are and how they pulled off this one big insider trading scam. So what you're seeing on screen right now is SEBI's 45-page report that we were talking about earlier. So here you can see that they've accused 8 individuals of being engaged in insider illegal trading activity in the stock, that is IEX. So what actually happened here? I'll show you the charts here. So there was a particular situation in IEX where on a particular day, that is July 23rd, after the market closed, a major news came out about the company and the stocks fell more than 30% in the very next day. And this is the day that these huge, crazy 170 crore profits were made. I don't think even these individuals knew that the stock was going to fall by so much, right? So what was the news that these guys had access to and how did they act on it? Let's get into that. So what was this major news that came out on July 23rd evening? That the stock managed to go down by nearly 30%. IEX, or the Indian Energy Exchange, till July 23rd was having sort of a monopoly status in the Indian energy market. So what were they having? Because a lot of people were trading in the Indian Energy Exchange, that is IEX, they were the ones who were having the best price discovery. There are multiple exchanges in this energy sector, but IEX was having the largest volume and they were the ones where the best price discovery was happening in India. So on July 23rd, a certain report came out that starting from January 2026, whatever prices IEX is setting will be shown or will be shared across all the major energy exchanges in India. So what happened here? IEX was having this monopoly in the Indian energy sector, but just in that one day, they lost it all. Right? All other exchanges could take their prices from IEX and they also could start building their liquidity. So when this news broke out, obviously people felt that the company would lose its monopoly status and started heavily selling off the shares. 30% fall in just one day in the stock. So on July 23rd, the CERC, the Central Electricity Regulatory Commission, came out with an announcement saying that this price coupling will start from January. And what happened here? Let's quickly look into it. The shares started falling heavily on the 24th of July. So let's see who all made money from this and let's see who all are the individuals who are actively a part of this insider trading scandal. So you can see in the first three rows, these are individuals who are working in the CERC. They're central government employees who are working there and they are all part of this decision and this announcement that was going to be made that energy coupling is going to happen, that price coupling is going to happen, which is definitely going to affect the IEX stock. So they knew about this and they shared it to one person who was called as Bhuvan Singh. SEBI has gotten proof that these individuals who are working in CERC passed this information to Mr. Bhuvan Singh again through WhatsApp as well as Signal app chats. So Bhuvan Singh started taking aggressive trades in his own account, his father's account, his mother's account, his sister's account, and even his aunt's account. So this Bhuvan Singh also shared this information with certain individuals who are numbered 10 to 13 here in this list, who were working with him in a different company. They were all directors of a certain private company, and I'm assuming they might have been personal or professional friends. So Bhuvan Singh decided to take whatever information he got from the CRC employees and share it with his entire family and also share it with Sanjeev Kumar and his family also. So the funny thing is that SEBI easily caught a hold of everything that they were part of, right? They even took out what companies they were jointly directors of. You can see that First Mile Technologies Private Limited, you can see GNA Energy Private Limited. So all these individuals are common directors of these companies. And one more funny thing which came out in this entire investigation is, I think in order to protect themselves, the central government employees, they decided that instead of saying they're directly related to Mr. Bhuvan Singh, they said that they're in touch with an astrologer who is called as ABC in this report. And this Guruji was the one who was connecting both of these individuals. So these central government employees, they had constant chats with the Guruji. They were taking advice, astrological advice. And this Guruji very randomly decided to give certain advices, astrological advices to Mr. Bhuvan Singh that, hey, this stock might be good. If you take put options, if you start buying put options in the stock, it might be good for you. And it is purely astrological. That is what he has suggested here. He told them to place the trades, hold them, and not do anything with respect to these trades without talking to him. So I am assuming that all this was part of their internal planning maybe, but funnily SEBI has caught a hold of everything that has happened here. And here you can clearly see every single WhatsApp chat, their screenshots have been leaked by SEBI. So you can see, hey, what all has happened, they've decided or they've shared insider meeting minutes with each other. So all of these is very public data. And SEBI has also put out that none of these individuals are active members or active trading members in the stock market, right? Most of them, it was their very first trade and their very last trade also in the market. And they've all ended up making these huge gains. So you can see that Mr. Bhuvan Singh made a profit of 72 crore rupees. Yes, profits of 72 crore rupees. Amarjit Singh Soren made more than 22 crore rupees. Amita Soren made more than 31 crore rupees. And even Virender Singh and his family also made more than 40-50 crore rupees, taking the total profits made from this trade to be 173 crore rupees. So what did they do? Very, very simple. When they got a hold of this news and they knew that a certain announcement was going to be made, on the very previous day, they bought certain put options of the company. Okay, they bought certain put options at a very, very cheap price. And when they buy put options and the stock falls by 30% in one day, you can imagine what happened to those put options. I'm sure they would have not even put in 1 crore rupees to make this 170 crore rupees as profits. So here you can pause the screen and look at the very detailed sequence of events, what happened every single day leading up to this huge fall in IEX, and how they squared off their positions exactly one day after the news came out, right? Everything is documented here. Please make sure you pause it, go through it so that you can understand how this entire thing was pulled off. And they were very, very thorough. They knew what they were doing. They got a hold of this news and they shared it with Reuters. They shared it with the Mint. You can see it based on the screenshot here. They shared it with every single news channel because they knew this news will start creating panic among the retailers, and whatever positions they have taken will get a more profits once this stock starts getting into a panic selling mode, and hence that is exactly what they did. So it was a very clear planned operation by these individuals, and very rightly SEBI has got a hold of them. They've impounded the entire amount made as profits by these individuals and blocked them, barred them from the Indian stock market. So right now, as we speak, we get to the third part, which is what is happening currently. All these individuals have already been called in for questioning, and that's how SEBI actually came out with this report. It is most likely that they will be charged with serious cases of insider trading and they'll be made an example. In fact, that is what I'm hoping, right? Which will scare anyone who is deciding to take such actions and start making money from the market, right? I think it's very, very clear here that SEBI is doing their job, but the question still remains. This is one case out of many. How many more cases are there in the market where action has not been taken, where SEBI might not even know about the situation? I'm still confused and concerned about the same. If in this case, certain individuals who are trading with maybe 1 CR or even lesser of capital, they were able to make profits of more than 170 crore rupees. What are other promoters of companies doing, right? Are there bigger cases that are still unsolved or unreported that are happening in the Indian market? That is my concern for today. So as an intelligent stock market participant, I actually have two pieces of advices for you, or two learnings that you can take away from here. One, do not take or do not put all your eggs in one basket. Imagine IEX was part of your entire portfolio of stocks. It had a weightage of, let's say, a 5 or even a 10% in your portfolio. Even if the stock fell by 30%, you would be facing a loss of only 3% on your holdings. So that is one easy way in which you can de-risk yourself from certain situations like this, and you can still go ahead and build your portfolio here. Now, the second part that I want to get into is actually about options or equity options, especially in stocks like IEX. When you're getting into mid caps, there is a large possibility that these stocks will move 5, 10, even 15, 20% if certain negative or even positive news comes about them. So when you're getting into options trading here, especially on the option selling side, you should be very, very careful. Imagine they were getting into what they thought was maybe an intelligent trade. They had sold a few put options, but on one day the stock crashes by 30%. If they were having naked put positions, I'm sure their capital would have been wiped out and they would have been in huge trouble. So, in order for you to not make that mistake for yourself, do not hold. Again, this is my personal opinion, but I'm sure it's a personal advice that you can take away from this video. Do not hold naked option selling positions, especially in these equity options here. So this one thing would have saved all of them, right? This is one thing that I really go by. Even everyone here in the team here at MarketFeed, we do trade in options. We do trade in equity options even, but we never hold naked positions in equity options. We either make sure it's hedged, or we either are going long on a stock if we expect a big move. Never do we hold any naked option selling positions, especially in these sort of equity or small cap, mid cap companies where F&O is enabled. So hopefully you got to understand what this entire situation is about. This 173 crore rupees of insider trading scam is all about, and also that you got certain learnings and takeaways from this entire conversation here. So if you like the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more such content as well. This is Ajay Ajit signing off. See you all. Bye bye.